I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, will I point to God? Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big number. 100-minute bag, that's a big count, that's a big number.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Washington Redskins. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Race don't travel. Race don't travel. 52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And this matchup, an important one for week 1. An NFC East bout right off the bat. These two teams have met twice a year since 1936. 168 meetings overall, and the Redskins lead the series, but the Eagles, they have won 4 straight against these Washington Redskins. He'll look to throw. This is brought in by Gibson, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown, Washington! In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. 1st drive of the season. Big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The 1st drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first career carry for the Penn State star Miles Sanders. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Wentz. And he fires one incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. 3rd down here. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there. And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching, and how about how he's picked things up? Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll run with Sanders. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Escaping the pressure run. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now 2 years in the making, Darius Geis's first NFL carry. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Brought down by Nate Gary.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 28. Here we go, G. Get off the field. Mike 28. 3 bud. Hey, number 28.
They'll set up a throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And now it's... Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Second and 10 now from the 27. Second and 10. Dancing to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jannard Avery. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He's got a first down past the 30. It's a big play there for the Eagles. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there, get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll set up to throw. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Jackson. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Troy Apke. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. Go. Go. Set go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Check hot route. Proceed spill.
On 3rd down, it's Gibson. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wentz. It's caught by Sanders.
That's it, baby. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Wentz again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Coming again. Sets up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing again on second down. Wentz, and complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Carson Wentz beginning his 4th NFL season here in this ball game, and the last 2 years he was not in the postseason with his teammates, including that Super Bowl run in Super Bowl 52 in Minneapolis. Was limited to 13 games that year with the ACL injury. Last year, 11 games with back issues. But now Nick Foles, who took his spot, he's in Jacksonville, and all pressure and all eyes are on number 11 in 2019. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
4 down. Check.
Now Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 44 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, he'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
On first down, it's Gibson. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. That one caught by Gibson. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Get that ball. Mike 28. Let's go, D. Ready. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. Steps away to his left. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Hey, empty. Let's 5-2.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 13-yard line. Go. 120. Run the mic. Watch one. It's a party. 46 down, man. 5-4. Mike 1. Hey, Echo. Yeah, come on now.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. They'll drop the throw. This is brought in by Gibson. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about, in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. The 40, the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing there, but this pass. This is going to wind up incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mikel Roby-Coleman. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Wentz now on first down. The Sanders has got it complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
So nice number one.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5 quarterback picks up the first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
There we go, Pac-Man. 180! Great 57. Coming to you.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Another run with Sanders. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They come out here in the I. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run here with Clement. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. Into the Redskins. Have it they do.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was the rookie Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Now back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Back to throw here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. And it's incomplete. So now only 7 seconds remain. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Philadelphia, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chills, my jewelry coat is chill. Storage treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Storage treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it, how about it? Rep for your bro, when your poster popping your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend, sweet. This sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Storage treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Storage treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, it's to get rich or dead. Trying, this ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry coat is chill. Storage treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Storage treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glow? Southwest, it's a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me cause she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big